Hi dear students, I am your teacher Victoria from DMA Partners. Today we are going to learn subtraction of length year 4. Today teacher going to teach you how to do calculation in using T method. Before that class, I'm going to teach you one terms that will help you to memorize the units of length. Kami murid cemerlang matematik. This is the unit that will help you. This is the terms that will help you to memorize the units of length. From kami, we can find km. It shows you kilometer, and here you will find meter. From murid, we can find meter, and from cemerlang, we can find centimeter, and from mathematics, we can find millimeter. So when you remember these terms, kami, murid, cemerlang, matematik, you will know how to memorize the units of length. Now you see class, from kilometer to meter, we are going to do what? We are going to convert unit of kilometer to meter. So the relationship between kilometer and meter is times 1000. The relationship is only 1000, but when we convert from the biggest unit to the smallest unit, we will do times 1000. And from kilometer to meter, we are going to do times 100. And what about centimeter and millimeter? Yes, absolutely. We will going to, from centimeter to millimeter, we are going to times with 10. Because 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So, class, you see here, 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter, and 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, and 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. So the units here, kilometer, meter and centimeter are the units, biggest unit, and when we convert kilometer to meter, we are going to do times 1000, and from meter to centimeter, we are going to do times 100, and from centimeter to millimeter, we are going to do times 10. Okay class, now listen. When we convert biggest unit to the smallest unit, we are going to do times. So how about from small unit to biggest unit? Yes, of course, from small unit to the biggest unit, we are going to do divide 10. Here, from millimeter to centimeter, we are going to do division. So, divide 10. The relationship won't change. The relationship is still same, but the operations involving will be changed. From millimeter to centimeter, we are going to divide 10. And from centimeter to meter, we are going to divide 100, and from meter to kilometer, we are going to divide 1000. So from here, I'm going to teach you T method. Okay, we can do the T method. Okay, before that, you have to remember the T method that we are going to do now. We only can do for the units that the biggest units must have decimal, or without the decimal, we still can use the T method. The smallest unit, if the smallest unit have decimal, we can't use T method. We need to do this formula to convert kilometer and meters. Okay, now class, this is the T method. Okay, from here, first we need to write the biggest unit, and then followed by the smallest unit. kilometer, meter. Okay, and then you need to complete this T with 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So this line, the center line, is also known as decimal point. This center line is known as a decimal point. Now you see class, here the relationship between kilometer and meter is 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter, right? So there are 3 zeros in meter. So we need to write 3 numbers in meter place. This is the house of meter and this is the house of kilometer. So we need to write 3 numbers in meter house. So remember, you cannot write more than 3 or less than 3 in meter house. Remember that if the unit kilometer has its decimal point, you still can use T method. If the meter unit has the decimal point, we can't use the T method. Remember that. Okay. Now I'm going to teach you to make T method for meter and centimeter. So this is the T. It's exactly same like kilometer and meter, but here we are going to do T method for meter and centimeter, right? Okay, here the biggest unit is meter and followed by centimeter. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter and this is the decimal point. And here in centimeter house we only can write 2 numbers because there is only 2 zeros in centimeter house. Okay, so now the same goes if the meter has a decimal point, we still can use T method. If the millimeter has its decimal point, we can't use the T method. Remember that the smallest unit, if the smaller unit has decimal point, we cannot use T method. We have to use the formula to convert the units. Okay, now you see we are going to do from centimeter to millimeter, and the relationship between centimeter and millimeter is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter, and the line in the middle is considered as decimal point. And here in millimeter house we only can write 1 number because there is only 1 zero in meter. So I'm going to teach you the subtraction. So now you can see 23 centimeter 5 millimeter minus 8 centimeter 9 millimeter. So these questions involve 2 units. So we are going to do T method. Like first I said, we need to do the T and write centimeter and also millimeter, and the relationship between centimeter and millimeter is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. And then you see here 5 millimeter we write in the house of millimeter, and then this 23 we write in the house of centimeter, and this 9 we write in the millimeter house, and this 8 we are writing in the centimeter house. Now you see class, the relationship between here is only 1 zero, right? So the numbers in millimeter house is also as 1. So now when we are going to subtract, okay, this 5 we cannot minus 9. So we need to borrow from this 3. When you borrow 1 from this 3, the balance will be 2, and then 1 you will give here. So this is considered as a 15. When you minus 15 minus 9, you will get the answer 6. Okay, how about now? Here got only 2. We cannot minus 8. So we need to borrow from these 2. So you take 1 from these 2 and there will be balance 1 here. So now these 2 will become as 12. 12 minus 8 is equal to 4, and this one we will copy down because there is no numbers to minus with this one. So the answer will be 14 centimeter and 6 millimeter. So make sure you remember, when we do the T method, we need to write the answer again. So when we do this T method, we can get 3 types of answer. One, the units like 14 centimeter and 6 millimeter according to the houses. And the other answer is, we also can write the answers like this. Okay, now with this line is a decimal point, right? This line is a decimal point. Just now teacher told you, right? This is the decimal point. When we write the question, the answer with the decimal point, 14.6. So just now teacher already teach you, right? Teacher already told you, when there is a decimal point, it will surely the biggest unit, right? So in this case, the biggest unit is centimeter. So when you write with the decimal point, the answer is centimeter, 14.6 centimeter. This is the answer in centimeter. When you write without this decimal point, 146, it will be a small unit. It is a millimeter. So when you do the T method, you can get 3 types of answer. One answer is centimeter, another is millimeter, another is according to the houses. So this is the easiest method to make sure you can find the answers in 3 different units. Now we are going to do the second question. 32 kilometer 705 meter minus 12 kilometer and 321 meter. Now I'm going to teach you how to draw T method. Okay, this is the T. This T hasn't complete yet. So we need to write kilometer and meter. Why we write kilometer first? Because kilometer is the biggest unit in this question and meter is the smallest unit. Okay, so you complete your T with 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. There are 1, 2, 3 zeros. So we need to write 3 numbers in meter house. So this is the middle line. It shows you decimal point. This is the decimal point. Okay. So here we must write 3 numbers because there are 3 zeros. Okay, now to 32 kilometer. Okay, in this meter, when we write this meter, we need to write these numbers from behind. We start from 5 and then 0 and then 7. This is the same 705 meter. Then this is 12 kilometer and then this meter we are start writing from behind. 1, 2 and 3, 321. So when we minus, we will get 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Now you see this 0 we cannot minus with the 2. So we need to borrow 1 from here and then the balance here is 6. So 10 minus 2 is 8. Now here got 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. 3 minus 1 is 2. So your answer is 20 kilometer and 384 meter. Okay, just now as teacher said, we can find 3 types of answer when we are doing T method, right? So now, this middle line is considered as decimal point. When we write the answer with the decimal point, it shows you biggest unit, right? So 20.384. 20.384. Okay, when we write 20.384, it shows you kilometer because when we put the decimal point, it shows you biggest unit. Without the decimal point here, without the decimal point, it shows you the small unit 20,384 meter. Okay, without the decimal point, it shows you meter unit. With the decimal point, it shows you kilometer. And then according to the houses, 20 in the kilometer house and 384 in meter house. So we also can separate the answers 20 kilometer and 384 meter. So when we do T method, we can get 3 types of answers. Okay, now let's look another example. 73 kilometer and 50 meter minus 41 kilometer and 245 meter. So we are going to dot T again. Okay, the kilometer is the biggest unit, followed by the meter, smallest unit. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter, and the middle line shows you decimal point. And we must write 3 numbers in meter house, because the relationship between the kilometer meter has 3 zeros. And then we just follow the number 73. We write in kilometer house, and 50. Remember, when we write the meter, we need to start from behind. Okay, now this is the correct way to write the So remember, we need to write the numbers from behind. And you see class here, if you didn't write the numbers from behind, you will write this 5 in this place and followed by here, and then this last number you will also be write as a 0. So the number between 550, there is difference between these two numbers. When you write from behind, you will get 50. When you write from in front, you will get 500. So remember, you need to write the numbers from behind. Don't ever write the numbers from in front, then your number will be wrong. So remember, this is 50, this is not 500. Okay, now we write 41 kilometer and write the numbers from behind, 245. So here, this 0 cannot minus 5. So you need to borrow from this 5. The balance will be 4 and this number will become 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. Now here 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Now you see here got 0. We cannot minus with the 2. We need to borrow from this 3. The balance is 2 and this number will become 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 2 minus 1 is 1 and 7 minus 4 is 3. So the answer for this question is 31 kilometer and 805 meter. Okay, what do you know about the decimal point? When we put the decimal point here, so 31.805. When we write the number, the answer with the decimal point, what unit will be involved in this question? Yes, it shows you kilometer, the biggest unit. We write with the decimal point, we will get the answer in biggest unit. Without a decimal point, we will get the answer in small unit, meter, 31,805 meter. So class, when we do the T method, we will get 3 types of answer. We can write the answer in biggest unit, smallest unit, and according to the houses. Okay. Now, there is one more question. Puan Sheila used black and green ribbons to decorate a gift box. The length of the ribbons are as shown. What is the difference in length of both ribbons? So this is the solving problem question, and here we need to read the sentences one by one and we need to find the keyword that involve what operations involved in this question. To find what operations involved in this question, Okay, now I see. Sheila used a black and green ribbon. So she used two types of ribbon, black and green. So to decorate the gift box, the length of ribbons are shown. So the ribbon color is black, 36 centimeter and 3 millimeter, and the length of the ribbon for green is 268 millimeter. So what is the difference? They are asking you for the difference. When you see this keyword difference, what you know about difference? Yes, difference means definitely we are going to do minus, subtraction. So you class listen, when we do subtraction you need to remember normally big number will minus small number. So between these two numbers which one is bigger? So we need to find that. And then before that we have to create number sentence to subtract this question. So 36 centimeter 3 millimeter minus 268 millimeter. This is the number sentence. But you see, is it correct? This 36 centimeter is bigger than 268 millimeter. Is it? So when the units are different, we need to make the units same. Then only we can find the solution, whether we are doing in the correct track or not. So now you see centimeter, millimeter. This is the decimal point. 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter. Here must write one number. So this 3 I am going to write here. And this 36 will be right here. So here we only have to write one number. So 268 we need to write from behind. When we write from behind, the 8 is here. And then here we only can write one number, right? Here we can write only one number. So this 26 you're going to read it right here. So you see 36, 26. So the 36 is the biggest number, and then we are going to minus 26 from this 36. Okay. So now listen, we cannot minus 8, so we are going to borrow from this 6. You borrow 1, the balance will be 5, and then this 3 will become 13. 13 minus 8, 5, and then this 5 we cannot minus 6, so we need to borrow 2 from 1 from 3, and then the balance is 2, and 15 minus 6 is 9, 2 minus 2 is 0. So the answer is 9 centimeter and 5 millimeter. So I hope class you understand what to do. So do your exercise in your textbook and answer the question in Google form. Thank you. And we are going to do multiplication of length after this topic. Thank you, class.